What is going on, people? Coming at you for a little bit something different. This is not part of the 31 days, half October, which I'm doing on this channel as well. This is a separate review. This is a review well, I'll get into it. But for those of you who haven't been, checking out my channel lately, I'm doing a 31-day challenge where I'm doing 31 horror movie reviews. In 31 days, I do independent titles, and I try to do them in alphabetical order. So check out all my other videos. I actually got another video probably later today. Well, a couple. I have to do day number 14 coming up, and then, of course, another video. Well, you wouldn't know that. I would, because I got a movie in the mail. But anyway, this is a movie I was asked to review. It actually comes out on YouTube. And it comes out this Friday right now. I got a little screener. I got it's not live yet. It goes live Friday, 10/16. So check that out in the next few days. But I was contacted on Instagram by the company who made it. And they're like, do you mind, it's short notice. Do you mind watching the movie, giving it a review before it actually comes out? And Wednesdays I'm off, so I watched it, and let me just say, it's not your typical, it's more of a thriller type deal, not really a horror movie, so that's why I guess you can call it, I guess thriller is kind of in the genre of horror, so I guess it kind of might have fit, but anyway, it's more of a thriller, so I was like, let me throw it separate from my 31 days. Anyway, in case you couldn't tell by the title, the movie is called The Flower Tapes. It is put out by, let me get the correct name, Shapeshift Cinema. It seems like it's two people, a couple. If I put it right, there's pretty much, they're the only two people in this. Sean Beagan, hopefully I said that right, and Bailey Erickson. So pretty much this movie, it says right in the description, whatever, this was made during the pandemic kind of deal. I'm sure they were going to try to, make it bigger and stuff with crowdfunding, but of course, everything kind of shut down during the pandemic. So on a shoestring budget, they kind of came out with what they could. An indie film, it's very difficult. I do a podcast, so we talk about it all the time, where, you expect one thing and stuff happens, especially on a shoestring budget. You kind of got to go with what you have. So anyway, like I said, the movie is called The Flower Tapes. Pretty much what it's about a young man who recently broke up with his girlfriend. You can tell they probably did this a couple times, but this time it seems like it's for good. And let's just say he needs some time alone. So pretty much what he does is he ends up calling pretty much an Airbnb kind of deal to go to a vacation spot that they travel, him and his girlfriend would travel to, every year kind of deal. Now, was that the smartest thing? Especially if you're trying to forget someone, why go to the place that you travel to frequently? So anyway, I guess he's going to a therapist, and pretty much, I don't know if the therapist told him, but pretty much now, instead of, writing down stuff in a diary, he's pretty much making a video diary. So pretty much this area is, I guess, a surf spot, because he keeps on saying he wants to go surfing and stuff, but it's off season, so there's like no one in this. It's almost like a ghost town. And pretty much what happens was, I guess he was trying to rent out the place that he usually does, but the owner or the person who's renting said, hey, listen, there was a flood, so now the place that you usually get isn't usable or livable, I guess you want to call it. I'm going to upgrade you to this new place. So, especially if you're so used to going to one place and then it's something new and your mind's already messed up, he's kind of upset already. So pretty much throughout the rest of the movie, it's him just videotaping pretty much his spiral into, depression and all that stuff. In the mornings, he wakes up and he's, trying to make sense of everything, and seems like he's, trying to fix himself, but then at night, being alone and whatever, he starts drinking, so you can see him slowly get drunker and drunker and start saying stuff. So pretty much, like I said, it's a bunch of videotapes. It's pretty much a shot on film. So throughout the rest of the movie, the only contact he actually has is this girl Sarah, who's, I guess, the renter of this house, or realtor that takes care of a bunch of houses or whatever. But through the only, all these days that he's here, she's the only one he's in contact with. But as he keeps taping all his excursions, or whatever you want to call it, at night it seems like he keeps the camera on, and you could tell now he's not alone, because in certain nights there would be this figure that pops in and out and all this stuff. So pretty much he thinks he's alone in this house, but he might not be. Towards the end you figure out what's kind of going on, but it's one of those deals where he is in a depression that it doesn't seem like he's really knowing what's going on around him at any given time. Like I said, it's not really, to tell you the truth, until the end it's more of a thriller, but then for a shoestring budget towards the end, it's actually there's one scene that I was very impressed with, to tell you the truth, but it's again just pretty much shot on tape. Sometimes certain scenes went a little long, but I'm not going to complain about it. But towards the end is when it starts really picking up, and you're like, okay, well, what's going on here? So it's not your typical horror, but I guess a thriller is a subgenre of it. So it would definitely fall into, the Halloween month for movies that you definitely want to check out. That'll give you a scare here and there. Not really like jump scares or anything like that, but certain scenes, it's like you are panning the camera or something, and something just pops in the background kind of deal. So don't want to give away too much, but pretty much, that's what it is. It's a man taping himself, kind of spiraling down into his own kind of depression kind of deal. And it's a interesting, different take on it. And again, it is an indie film with a shoestring budget, so don't expect anything, glitz and glamour and all this stuff of even, some of the independent movies with a little bit more of a budget. So for what it was, I definitely enjoyed it. A different take on a thriller type feel. There was one scene I was like, where did that come from kind of deal? And I'm still wondering if there's another person in in it. You'll understand what I'm talking about at the end. But like I said, it is coming out this Friday, the 16th of October. So definitely I'll see if I can copy the link and then put it there, because I'm guessing the link is just for, people that are screening it. But it will be coming out. Look for the Flower Tapes. I'm guessing, let me see if it says the Flower Tapes full movie, found footage horror 2020 movie. So I'm guessing that's what it's going to keep the title as. But check it out this Friday. It comes out on YouTube for free for everyone to check out. They do have, especially for I don't know if it's an up-and-coming company or they've been around for, other movies. I'm going to have to definitely look into it a little bit more. But they also have, their Venmos or PayPals or anything like that to, help out. Especially, like I said, indie films a lot of the times rely on either crowdsourcing or something along those lines. Sometimes you'll get a bunch of investors, but a lot of the times it's crowdfunding and like an Indiegogo or something like that. So help indie film, especially if you're looking for different types of films. It's indie all the way, and that's why a lot of the movies I review on this channel are more the independent road. So yeah, check out The Flower Tapes this Friday when it comes out. I'll link as much as I can in the description, just so you know what you're looking for and who's behind it and whatever. Like I said, I am doing 31 days, half October. So check out the entire month. I'll have a movie review for you guys of more independent stuff, movies you might not have heard of, and I guess that's really about it. So just check the description I'll try to link as much as I can about the movie, so you don't have to really go too far for it. I'm going to try my best, and stick around till Friday, and you'll be able to check out the movie, just like I did. Actually, I'll link all my other social medias in the description as well. I got a Facebook fan page. I got a Twitter, which I hardly ever use, and Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. And I'm part of the Dorkening, so check us out, the Dorkening. We're part of the Dorkening Podcast Network. We're the Wicked Horror Show, where we talk to independent directors and stuff. We're booked for, pretty much almost all through November. So, stick around for that every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We go on for about an hour. And, guess that's really about it. So I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.